My kid lost his bus pass, so I had to drive him to work this morning, Tuesday. Welcome to it. Good to have you. Kids.
How's the illness?
Oh, yeah. Speaking of
Better.
people that we need to take care of, how are you, Ryan?
I have been sleeping since I saw you last, almost straight through, and
Wow.
Doped up on some daytime Tylenol today. We'll see how we do.
Can kind of hear it. Can kind of hear your dealing. How are you, Rhett?
Look at me.
Yeah.
I'm great, damn it. I've got somebody that calls me at 12:05 to 12:10 every day.
Every single day.
Every day. As soon as the show starts, someone's phoning me.
They're trying to get on the show. They're trying to sewer things or something.
Calling from New Bedford. Where the hell? Yeah.
New Bedford, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
I believe that's the home of John Cena.
What?
Maybe it's John. Knows that you're a big wrestling honk. Wants to talk
Hustle,
to the
loyalty,
Boomcat.
respect.
He should know. I could be way off on that. Somebody is from New Bedford, Massachusetts.
Really?
Jack,
Somebody.
Google that shit.
Jack, you sick?
How's
son?
Jack?
Jack, get going.
How is Jack feeling?
I got him Googling. Now he's got to go over his mic.
He was
I feel
great
good.
last night.
I'm curious who's from New Bedford, Massachusetts?
New Bedford, Massachusetts.
It's a tough
good
state
luck
to say.
spelling that, Jack.
Massachusetts. Well, I'll ask you, Ryan. How's Jack?
Looks good.
Does
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't have to do the pinch and walk to the washroom earlier. That was
Nice.
someone else.
So Rhett, you were on Afterburner. I'm guessing you're talking about did something happen on the show last night, or you're referencing Jack?
Yeah, he was great.
Oh, was he great? I see.
Dialed in. Oh, yeah. When Cammie called for the questions, bam, there.
All right, eh?
On it.
Bam.
Very nice. I notice he's not as quick on the New Bedford, Massachusetts.
Wow, there's a lot of people from there.
Dean,
booming metropolis.
Let's dig into this a little bit. Massachusetts, for someone that can't spell or spells at a grade 2 level, tough word.
Even those
Poor
spelling
Jack.
beyond grade 2.
You're right. I didn't realize what I put on his plate till just now. That's terrible. Sorry.
John Cena is from West Newbury, Massachusetts.
Oh, West Newbury.
Just
That's
down
gotta
the
be
road,
close.
Dean.
Just down from New Bedford. Yeah.
It's down and to the right. Yeah.
Wonder why I knew that New Bedford was in Massachusetts.
You know a lot of you're Cliff.
Yeah, there's a lot of nothing stuff that I know. There's a lot of that will never ever help me in life that is in this big fat tub of mine. How was the show last night?
I thought it was pretty good.
I saw some clips of the show. It didn't seem like Cammie was in quite the ambient light that Pinder gets going. Look, there was actually some white light, not just all purple and pink and
I came in this morning.
darkish
There's some purple.
hues. Yeah,
There's some purple when I came in today.
yours are pretty dark when you're. It's very mood lighting-ish when you're doing the.
That's Boom Sway.
But again, you're high as a kite when you do it. So maybe
often, yeah.
Right.
He just peaking.
Pinder's
doesn't have shades.
Hammered. Pinder's drunk. Well. Opening statements for our buddies over at McLeod Law. We say it all the time. If there's anything that's come up, generally it's kind of an unfortunate nature. Chances are, unless maybe it's something good, you're, buying a house. Or did you need a lawyer if you get married? I don't know. Anyway, I'll stand by it. Usually it's of an unfortunate nature. You need help, you need assistance, you want guidance, and you want someone you can trust, and you want someone that's very, very good. Well, how about the best? Do you like people that are the best?
Best is good.
McLeod Law, McLeod-law.com, whatever the tribulations in your life, McLeod Law will find that issue and rectify it for you swiftly and as tidy as you would hope. Just I didn't even realize. Is the problem gone? It's gone. Do you do more than just legal issues? Do you mend fences? I've got the dog has. I've got a bunch of dead spots in the backyard from the dog peeing all over the place.
They don't do that. They don't do that.
My dishwasher's making this kind of humming noise. Can you come in and look? McLeod-law.com. Opening statements. The Calgary Flames see their winning streak come to an end last night. 2-0 is the final score. A jam goal at the crease by Cooley.
Will.
And then a empty netter for Jimmy Vesey, the crybaby. Jimmy Vesey. 2-0. 2-0 the final. Jacob Markstrom did everything he could to keep his team in this thing. I saw Kent Wilson. I think he was texting last night. Now this is the best we've ever seen of Jacob Markstrom.
I agree.
2 games ago or 3 games ago or 5, we thought that was it. No. Tonight is the best we've ever seen him. And he might be right because it started early. It went all game. He was brilliant.
You want to give the Flames credit for hanging around and being good, but I mean, God, if you put a normal netminder in, it's like you're down 4-0 working hard. Nobody cares.
Dude, I was doing it all night. I'm watching the game, and it's, you know what, to their credit, they're hanging in there. They're one shot away from tying this thing, and then it's probably if Markstrom doesn't make 4 saves there, it's 4-0, and we feel completely different about this game.
Turnovers, God, they were a little sloppy last night. Like just silly, easy stuff.
So then you go from they're in this thing. No, they're really not. And then a step further, as you say all the time, Retros. What in the playoffs? Do you care about style points in the playoffs? We're down by a goal in the 3rd period. Don't give a shit. We're down by a goal. Is he on our team? Is he wearing our jersey? Is he getting paid to play that position for our team? He is? Okay, then we're in this thing. So I just went back and forth, and you heard Greg Millen. Are you guys really thinking of trading this guy?
Greg Millen's, come on, Greg. They're 11th from the bottom with him. Are they going to win a cup in the next 2 years? You have to trade this guy. Like, do you really want to finish 18th in the league, Greg Millen? 20th? Like, that's what we're talking about.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I was having the same thoughts in my head. There were a lot of thoughts in my head. See, I was having these. There's a lot going on in here. None of it constructive or healthy, but there's a lot of voices going on in here. And just before Millen said that, you just remember all of the nights that you watched gross goaltending, awful goaltending, and we've had a fair chunk of it here in the last decade or so. Remember for Moose. Who was Moose again? That was
Brian Elliott.
Brian Elliott. Remember that shot from the boards in the
There's still a stain in the crease at the side.
Yeah, there's that. Mike Smith. How many
Anaheim
nights
in the playoffs?
Yeah, we saw that. Jonas Hiller, who I think had a birthday yesterday. Happy
Big
birthday,
save, Dave.
Jonas. There's been a long laundry list of meh goaltending, and then you watch stuff like that last night. It's like, you finally got it. Teams want this so desperately and so badly. Are you really going to get rid of it? And then, like you say, you build. Well, it's 2 more years, and guy's 34. Did you know he's 34? He's 34.
Goalies play for a long time.
But yeah, goalies play for a long time, but they got Wolf. Yeah, okay, that's right. But do you know Wolf's going to be? Yeah, but then you're back. You got a young goalie.
Wolf was sitting in the stands there. Did you feel like he could pop into that Madison Square Garden and make those saves?
I do love that look of the goalie with all of the gear.
In the corner, yeah.
Just kind of. Like, does he need help getting up out of the chair? Give me a hand here.
He's an athlete. He pops right.
You think so?
So, Pinder, let's have this debate.
Okay, so someone had texted me this morning, and it was a great thought because everyone has been so confused by the conditions of the Monahan first that now we're finally getting some clarity. Because Florida had conditional this and that with a first rounder this year.
Clarity.
Florida's not going to finish with a pick in the top 10 this year. We know that. So we know now it's going to be next year's picks. The Flames give their pick to Montreal next year, unless it's a top 10 pick. Next year is the year you have to have a top 10 pick for asset management. Next year is a year potentially you don't have a Tanev and a Hanifin. Next year's a year you don't want Jacob Markstrom screwing it up and you finishing 11th to 20th in the league. That is crucial for this team moving forward, that if you're going to be bad next year, be bad enough to keep your pick, which is worst 10 in the league. And I can see it. If you trade Markstrom and there's no Tanev and Hanifin, yes. Otherwise, it's like that deal looks awful because Florida is going to be good. They've looked really good. They're not old. They're not losing guys. I mean, maybe Sam Reinhart, we'll see, but that's a good team. I think Craig Conroy, the owner, everyone in management understands the mission here. Next year is the year you have to be in the bottom 10 in the draft, top 10 pick. Otherwise, it's just like, oof. Because giving away pick 25 to 32, whatever, you can swing and miss. You're talking about a pick in the teens potentially going to Montreal for that Monahan. Oh, that would be so painful.
Now, can't you trade him next year?
Trade what? Who? Oh, you trade him this summer. Sure. Yeah.
Trade him whenever.
You know what I
just
mean?
have to
Like-
trade him. Like, when is his stock the highest? I wouldn't want to start next year with him because what if he has the every other year Markstrom year? He hasn't had 2 good years in a row here.
Yeah, that's been your concern, and it's fine, and maybe it's played out that way. It doesn't mean that it's
No,
good.
but you just
No.
know that right now his value has been the highest it's ever been as a Flame. And whether it's before the deadline this year or June, July this year, I think it'll be a massive missed opportunity if they don't.
Because where we are right now is in that territory where, in hindsight, I feel like we look back and say, well, that was stupid.
Yeah.
You fall in love with your players. They're playing. Okay, are we really going to trade this guy? He's playing so great. Are we going to trade him? And then 2 years down the road, really should have traded him when he was playing so well. It happens all the time. And whether you want to, I mean, it's a very good point, and that's not one we've talked about, the implications of the draft and that. But even when you strip that away and you just get back to it, what are you?
You're 11th from the bottom with him.
With him playing as good as a goaltender can play, you're still well out of it. And you look to be in, you're not right. You're not looking like you're breaking through. Even if your young guys are trending upwards and things are good, got a hard time believing that next year is going to be a ton different. They've gone on winning streaks, but they've gone on losing streaks, and there's been ups and downs. And at the end of it, your record is what you are what your record is. And I don't know that they're going to be drastically better next year. It's just that position. You're so hooped without it. And so many teams would love to have a guy like that. And then you finally get it. Wouldn't you love to have this when it mattered?
And you did. You had Markstrom against Edmonton in round 2. He just had his worst 2-week stretch as a Flame, or one of them. It's not like it's all wasted. That's a hell of a signing. If you had told Brad Treliving you're going to go into free agency and pay top dollar for a goalie, but that maybe you could recoup a first plus 4 years in, I think you'd think that's a hell of a UFA signing. Not unlike what we talked about with Tanev, where it's like, wow, you're going to get 4 years where he's relatively healthy compared to what we expect for Tanev, and you might be able to turn him into some other assets that can come back to the team. That's a great signing too.
Yeah, I'm not suggesting the signing. I just mean his performance in that Edmonton series. It's still so hard to.
Yeah, the whole team was shit. Like, they were awful.
Had leads.
That 9-6 game or whatever it was out of the gates.
Incredible.
Ugh.
So, because I have it here, it's Markstrom. Still trading him? Question mark. So we have our consensus across the board here.
Rhett's a little more.
Are we?
Here's the thing. I've been online with trading him for a while. I'm not against trading him. I just, when you watch him play, you start to go, phew, that's
Special player.
That's tough to duplicate. And I'm fine with any direction. I'd like to be proven right. And I think if Markstrom stays, they do have a chance at a playoff spot just on his right. Like, he's going to keep him in it. I think he would be good for a Wolf to play under or with in tandem.
Mm-hmm.
So there are positives but trade him as long as you manage the assets you're getting in return. And if it's by managing, if you're getting a pick, it better be a good fucking pick or used to bring in another player, right? Like, it's about the asset management if you choose to trade him that I worry about.
The important thing to remember is the better he plays, it's like, oh, he's that more untradeable for people. Like, look how good he is. You can't. It's like, well, the better he plays, the more he's worth a trade.
Yeah.
You're selling a guy that's like lights out.
It's better this way. You can't trade him because he's playing so poorly. That's not ideal.
That was last year. Last year, no one would pick up the phone on Jacob Markstrom.
The other problem I have, I guess, when you dig into it a lot is, I don't know what you do about it. If you're getting the return you want and you're going to trade him, go ahead. Kadri, Huberdeau,
Coleman,
Uyghur. Backlund's probably stuck here. Like, that is a real trading Hannafin, Tanev, Lindholm. Okay, man, yeah. That's kind of, you're trading who? Oh, so next year and the year after, or Doomsville. Do you know what I mean? Like there is a psychological message that that you trade Markstrom and those guys are going to have to deal with a lot more. There's no rally cry when you after you trade Markstrom. You trade Lindholm. Come on, let's play. We got a guy that didn't want to be here. Great. Now we got a guy that wants to be here. Life's good. Let's go. You trade Markstrom, the air is coming out of the room. It's the balloon or whatever the saying. Like it's coming out and it's coming out fast. And it's a clear message that you guys aren't good enough. We expect you to be professionals and go out there and work hard. Oh, okay.
And that's why I still think it's a summer deal, because you might get a young centerman back or a defenseman that can play second pair. And you're like, oh, okay, it's just different parts. And you do want to look at Wolf. He's had 5 starts. He's been the best goalie in the American League for 2.5 years, and he's had 5 starts at the NHL level. But that's not fair to him. You know, if Vladar's no good, that's fine. You can go find a veteran in free agency for like $1.5 million. Go bring in a Talbot or, you know, a Marc-Andre Fleury type, whatever it may be, a veteran. If it's all about tutelage from an older guy, you can find that. It doesn't have to be Jacob Markstrom.
Yeah, and I mean, I've said it before. You're somewhat limited right now in terms of a trade because it's going to be a team that is so desperate that they're going to pay. They got to pay enough that it's worth trading Markstrom and doing the whole thing. The marketplace is just going to be bigger. You may also have a team that feels like they're so close and then bottoms out in round 1. Mm-hmm. They're not trading you their elite level or young star players right now. In the summer, when things have ratcheted up, maybe after a disappointing loss in round 1, maybe it is there. It still feels like a long shot, but man, it's at the end of the day, it's great to see him playing well because we wondered if we were ever going to see that guy again, and now he looks better than he ever has. I don't know. I'm sure he went on stretches in Vancouver, but you almost can't play the position better than he's playing it right now.
Yeah, his best year in Vancouver was the bubble year where they went on a bit of a run with him and Demko. And his best year in Calgary was probably the first Darryl year. He had 9 shutouts, but that was an environment that was very, very friendly to goalies. This year has been not healthy for goalies, and he's been ridiculously good. So that's 3 of the last 6 years. He's had monster years. The other 3, don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose so.
Like last year, Rhett, you had said this is not a big game goalie. He cannot make the big save when you need it. And last year you were right, but it was like this position is so nutso. I just don't have any faith that unless you're one of the 2 or 3 elite guys in the league, like a Hellebuck, Sorokin, even Shesterkin, that guys are just going to be good just because they were good this year. Like
last year, you told me you couldn't trade him.
You couldn't have.
And you were right. Like,
yeah, because it's like no one wants a goalie that's not in form. Like if you're going to add at the deadline, the guy better be playing well. He looked lost. He was one of the worst. He was probably somewhere between 60 and 80 in the world at goaltending. This year he's top 5. It's wild.
It's sure hard to figure out goaltending. It's a weird kind of a thing.
You should know you got a goalie in your house.
Yeah.
That might be 2 of us
today. Like, how would you characterize it, Ryan? If you can't figure it out, it's strange, it's odd, it's mystifying when it comes to goalies.
I feel like if you had to really, we don't know. You really don't know. It's hard to figure out.
Someone's feeling better.
A lot of energy.
Trying to turn the corner here. We're trying.
Well, that's good.
That was good.
Other observations. No goals for last night. So offensive streaks and all that come to an end.
Shesterkin was good.
Goalie at the other end had a bounce back. He was, you know what?
We did it again.
That's a fun guy to watch.
Yeah.
He's flailing and swinging his arms and flopping around. There's a bit of beer leaguer in him. He's all right. But no, I don't know if we did it or not. He already had a win before last night. He had been struggling. We were just presenting data. That's all we were doing. Here's the data. Here you go. That's all we did. I'm not taking. That's crazy. We shouldn't have to take heat on that one, are we?
I'm not. I didn't.
No, it's just funny because it's like, of course, we've talked about for 2 weeks is, boy, what's wrong with Shesterkin? Hey guys, insiders, what's up with Shesterkin? And then it's like, shuts out the Flames, and was good. The 2 saves on Coleman late, like that's pretty impressive. Slide to your left and then 1 off your mask.
Coleman, or you know what, Coleman, he kind of owed the team one after that. I didn't like him last night.
He had a couple of really bad turnovers. It's like headman the puck, headman the puck, headman the puck. It's like, no, I'm going to hold it more, turn it over. Oh,
Come on, man. Then turned it over on the only goal with a goalie in the net.
Mm.
What's this?
That's Flames on Super Bowl Sunday.
Please let the record show he's making the drinky motion.
Boys were on Broadway.
They were on Broadway.
Oh,
So we've got a few days to think about it, but their next action will not be until they face the worst team in the NHL and maybe worse than teams in other leagues, San Jose. And it's a first game back, although they do have an extra day, Rhett. Buckle up. It's going to be tough to feel good about anything after that San Jose game, unless you beat them 6-0. It's like, well, you're supposed to beat them anyway.
Conroy should make his trades now.
Honestly, last night, Tanev, again, guys.
Well, in fairness, it only happens every game.
You have to move this guy.
Chris Tanev goes crashing into the net. Looks like he took one to the ribs. That could be some cracked ribs right there. At least staying on the bench. Every game. But again, I can't help but wonder if you can squeeze a first. Maybe you could squeeze a first.
I think you might be able to squeeze a first.
Ben Sherratt went for a first.
Yeah.
And it's like, in hindsight, it was an overpay. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. They're all overpays at the deadline. Stupid. The David Savard went to Tampa Bay for a first, but records show that it's a overpay.
You know what it wasn't?
What? Really?
They hung a banner. That was not an overpay. The flags fly forever. Bleep them picks. That's what Breezebo and Yzerman said.
But yes. How many more games? Damn it. It's too many. Too many. Stop the vote. Stop the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jeez, there's a lot of games left. Load management, Rhett. We got to sit them down. Teams do it.
Idea. It's ribbage. He might have banged his ribs just enough to miss a game.
Honestly, did that not scream ribs to you? And he's like, yes. You could see he was winded, and you're like, this guy will play through broken ribs. But like, you know how a trade call goes. Like, they're gonna want to do a medical with this cat. Everything's gonna be held together with shoelaces and gum. Like, come on, give this guy a breather.
Ribs, right in those juicy ribs of his. Guys, sit. Tanev, we're sitting you down. Sitting you down. Oh, what's up with Tanev? There's nothing. But with the brand of hockey that he plays, which is why you're scouting him, how many more games of Tanev do you need to see if you're these teams scouting?
You're just deciding whether you're going to make the move or not.
Right? You're deciding how much you're going to pay. Are you comfortable paying it in 6 or 7 more games? Less money. Get off of it already. Do it or get off the pot.
Well, if it's about money and the trade is in front of Conroy, just eat the money. Like, what are we talking about? Tens of thousands of dollars? It can't be. Like, right?
Eat it, right? As Weird Al Yankovic said, eat it.
Well, and if that's what gets you the first.
Right?
100%. Right? You've got your own. You've already got Vancouver's. Add another one. Move Hanifin and get another one. Imagine you had 4 firsts this year. Remember Colorado? They had 4 that 1 year.
You don't have to do it all in 1 year. Whatever the years are, spread it out.
Sure. But get picks by all means. Just go get first.
Yes. Do we have to do it? Like, do we actually have to phone him?
I was just going to say.
I feel like he was doing okay, and now he's stalling out. I'm talking
he controls this. Just call these teams. Say, listen, I got plans coming up.
Yeah,
I got tickets to Adele. Like, I got shit on the go.
You know what it is? Listen, here it is for Conroy. Listen, guys, I need to get this done. We got a big event coming up.
Mm-hmm.
First weekend in March. I don't need the shit hanging over my head.
That's right.
I'll eat the dough. Let's get this shit done before what's the extra day?
That's right.
Leap year bullshit day.
See what Red just did there, Dino?
He just secured his drinking buddy for Mika week. That's what he just did. He wants everything off Connie's plate, so his old running mate can go pound drafts with him.
What are we gonna have? Ginla and Conroy there working on deals? What about this Craig?
Sorry, guys, hang on.
Yeah, can't talk right now.
Oh, geez, Retro, I'd love to be there, but I got.
It would be such a great. And actually, now that I think about it, who the picked that day? Idiots. Do it after the trade deadline.
What, the Mika deal?
Yes.
Any day you can get Mika's a good day. I don't care. That's
why is it that
season.
day?
Stupid.
Oh, it's a Saturday night. It's hockey night in Canada. The Penguins are in town, I believe. That's a good one. I like
Of course, Kipper, long-time Penguin.
Yeah, big.
No, but you got some stars.
Let's do
in
it
the
Thursday.
House,
Sharks are here. Call Mika. Jack, can you call Mika? See if we can bump this thing up.
Quick change of plans.
Just get it out of the way, and then Conroy can just focus on the deadline, and then we can go bowling on the 29th and have a great old time.
No.
Sounds good. Send me his number.
All right, Jack. Anything on New Bedford yet, Jack? Or you just
Come on, Jack.
No, it's a pretty boring place. There's a couple people I didn't really recognize, but
and it could be like Barack Obama. He'd have no idea. Oh, there's some people I don't recognize. It says here Mick Jagger is from. Shut up, Jack. I don't know what. See, I love having Jack on the show, and sometimes I feel like we need the camera, and then other times, like now, I feel like it's better when he's just kind of
that's true.
the voice, where you can't see the facial, because you might kind of start to feel for him when he says stupid stuff. Coveralls. Is that like coveralls?
Overalls, he said, I believe.
Or overalls? Yeah, Jack. That's what it is. They're overalls. So I do like incorporating Jack as much as we can.
I wouldn't mind a Jack cam to go to now and then just to see where he's
I know. Anything else? Any takeaways from the matchup last night?
We didn't talk about Pelts, did we?
Yes.
That's
Not
a big
yet.
one. No. We don't know anything. It's an off day today. I don't expect we'll get news because it is an off day. But it didn't look good.
Didn't look good.
Looked like he got hit in the shoulder in a bad spot.
Well, and he clips the dasher on the way
Yeah,
down,
the
which
other
is
arm,
almost
yeah.
part of what makes it bad. His arm's caught up. I think his jaw also takes a bump on it. I don't know. It's not good. Poor guy. Frickin' Trouba every damn year.
My kids asked if I'd rather have Trouba or Tanev on the team last night.
Like today, you take, Trouba, not even close. One guy's locked up, 5 years younger.
It's kind of a bummer.
Kind of.
You know what? They rushed him back. It's the staff's fault.
Why can't Rhett get that job with the Flames? I just can't understand it.
Figure it out. Yeah. I don't know what it is.
I mean, he knows all those guys. They're like his pals.
Oh, jeez.
They rushed him back. What are they doing? Ruining the kid.
Doctors.
Didn't consult me. I would have given him a heavy blanket.
But it's not good. It can't be. Can't be
No,
good.
it's not good. He just came back for shoulder surgery.
How many
And
games
it's
he
quite
played?
possible he
3?
did them both last night. One from the contact of Trouba, and the other one reaching to brace himself and banging on the boards.
Why are you laughing, Rhett? You should. This is not it's not a laughing thing.
I'm laughing at your dumb comment. Sorry.
Oh, got it. That I said it's not good?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what it
Captain
is.
Obvious.
I'm just looking here. Peltier, if you include, well, I don't know what did he play for minutes last night? Let's take a look here. Peltier, number 22, 34 seconds, 54 seconds, and then played 3 games prior: Boston, New Jersey, and the Islanders. So he was out
3 games.
the entire season to the All-Star break, played 3 games and then 54 seconds, and is questionable day to day.
He'll be ready when he's ready. I got to think they won't rush him back now.
Again, you mean, Rhett? That's what you're saying?
Well,
For a second time.
twice is too many.
And I have it a good authority. Peltier said he wasn't ready. He's like, I don't know. It doesn't feel good.
You get out there, damn it.
Yeah. And Huska said, I don't give a shit.
You gonna
Get
play
your-
for me?
Get
Look at
your
Tanev. Do you
yeah.
see Tanev whining and complaining about being
Yeah.
hurt? Get the
Look at Tanev. He's held together with bungee cords and elastic bands. You're going to talk to me about your shoulder, kid? Get out there. Fourth line. So now there is some news as far as rosters and that you had this morning there, Ryan, before the show.
Cole Schwint reassigned to the American League, which makes sense. Rooney's been that fourth line center and has looked pretty decent doing that. And if you're losing Pelche, you're going to need room for another winger. And they're rolling 8D right now, which, you know, you could say, oh, send a D down, but I think they need D to not have to go through waivers so that they can trade as many as 2D here and not have nobody playing defense. A lot of double negatives there.
I'm trying to make sense of
I was going to say, at the end of this day, what
No.
happened?
Cole Schwint to the American League.
Thank you.
We have room for a forward.
Anything else from the matchup last night? 2-0. Some people were very unhappy with Noah and how he played Mr. VC on that.
Game was over, friends. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it was soft, but it was pretty late. It was going to be tough anyway. But anyway, I had something else.
Well, we're
You
going to
go-
wait. We're going to sit here and wait until it comes back to you.
Oof.
It's all coming back to me now. That's
No.
Celine, I think, right? How's
So,
she doing? Celine's in
some-
rough shape, right?
It's a weird disease. It hurts to move.
Yeah.
That's no good.
She's a treasure. Canadian treasure. Suck it in, boy. I saw it.
I still don't know what. Yeah, I can't think of it.
Rangers are good. I'll say that.
Because we were talking about Hannafin.
Oh, Shillington.
Chili. They send Ender.
That was my thing last night. My I want more or whatever.
Hungry for more.
Hungry
Yeah, I
for
want
more.
a bit more of this thing here.
It's gonna
Second
be
more, please. More.
He's back in the groove. Let's see.
The New York groove. Huh?
Yes. How much can he bring? What are we gonna get out of him?
Just keep playing, son.
He's gonna get a lot of ice time because there's some fellas that are gonna move on. He's looking pretty good out there. So
Get ready for some ice.
yeah.
They move Noah Hannafin. You got lots of minutes to play, sir.
The Shilly Dog 1444 last.
How about
night.
22:30? How's that?
Yeah, how
sound,
about
Oliver?
that? Would you
Next
like-
week?
How about double? You want double?
Almost.
Yeah.
Just add 10 minutes. No big deal. There you go.
Yeah, because Noah. Where are you, Noah? You played 20 some, and Tanev, if you were on more. Tanev played 21 and a half.
And spent a while on the bench.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Hannafin played 26:08.
Whoa.
Tanev 21:34.
26:08.
26:08 and 21:34. That's not a lot to compensate for, is it? Trade both those guys. Don't get a warm body coming back.
Yeah, let's get him out of here.
I'll get warm bodies back, but I hear what you're
Jan
saying.
Kuznetsov, pack a lunch.
What about Ilya Solovyov? Should he
Ilya
pack his ass?
Solovyov,
Yeah.
start
Hey,
getting some
maybe that's
protein in you.
Maybe that's the best way of doing it. You bring someone in that's not capable. You just keep putting him out there. He doesn't have a chance to stop and think about it. Go.
Will that
Why?
have the same effect that trading Markstrom would on the rest of the team? It's like, we're playing well. We're a
Imagine
few
all the
points
above.
back of a wild card. You've traded Tanev and Hannafin, and no one back. Okay. So what would your D be? Let's just say those two guys leave 26 minutes, 21. Poor Rasmus.
Rasmus and Weegar already playing a bunch, too.
He's going to be like Denny Lemieux. My allergy to those fans, has returned. He'll be freaking out. Rasmus, 21:54. Be a lot of the Weeg dog, Mac dog. Sorry, Rhett. A lot of the Mac dog and
I
Rasmus.
forgot to give Cammy shit about that too.
Let's see. What are you doing? Braden Pahal, can you play more than 13?
Gonna have to.
There's some tools there, but there's also some whoopsie-daisies. You saw that last night.
And that's all right.
Plays,
yeah.
Yeah, your third pair becomes your second pair, and then Gilbert and Osterley become your third pair. It's not going to be great.
I put a little thing in my drive there, Jack. Back at it again. How don't you dig this guy? Hey, you know what? On this other team, we're in New York. We're at Madison Square Garden. This is the original 6 team. It's the Rangers. This guy was a huge free agent signing, makes like $17-18 million a year. He's a star. Don't make sure, whatever it is, don't love this guy.
So
Love it.
he played in Sioux City in the USHL for a bit, and Luke Strand was his head coach. Luke was an amateur and I was there. He said, I've never enjoyed coaching a kid more than this kid. And Luke is cut from that cloth, if you know Luke. Like, he's rough and tumble. He loves scrapping. He's like, this Pospisil kid is the favorite of all the thousands of players I've coached. Number one. Love
I know for years, man, whether we're talking to Conroy when he was obviously in the assistant role, or talking to Treliving, or talking to all those guys, there was always some belief that Pospisil was going to play. You'd hear that all. This Martin Pospisil, that we think there's a chance he can play, but he was never healthy. And then you look at numbers, like, oh, there's not a lot of offense there. I don't think, if he's not putting up numbers there, what's he going to do here? But then there's more to it, apparently, than just what you see on paper. Yeah, he's big, he's strong, not so much a fighter, but he's a big, tough, whatever. Okay, well, what does that mean? And then you see it. And to his credit, he didn't tiptoe into this thing, Retro. You talk about it all the time, and it didn't happen at training camp, but what do? You come in, you're bull in a china shop. You may not get another opportunity. You only get one chance at a first impression. Anyway, and he did that, because almost, in fairness, he did get a goal in game 2. He got a little bit of offense there early, but it's not been about the points with him ever since.
Never was about the points. I think that's the thing. If you're a kid that's not putting up points, there's a path. Are you willing to do it?
Yeah. And that line was their best line again last night, I thought.
Yeah, I think so.
And
Zeri had a chance.
speaking, it's been their best line this year. I mean, we've liked the Backlund line since Mangiapane got back there, but I mean, Zeri again, creating all kinds of chances, patience. Nazem looks great all year since he got together with those kids. That's been the line. You could pretty much set your watch to.
There was that one play with Zeri. He's got the puck. Look at the patience on this kid. Look at him hang on to that puck. He's fighting off the defender. He's got one hand of the stick. Look at this. Oh, turnover 2-on-1. Well, you've held on to it for a little too long there, Connor. You're going to have to at some point. You're going to.
It's a rookie mistake. Sophomores don't make that mistake. They'll make that mistake this year, not next year. That's just learning curve. That's all that is. Yeah.
But again, sorry, Greg, go ahead, man.
No, I was just going to say that play hit a guy open too. That would have been a hell of a play if he'd have just moved it. But anyway.
And with, I guess, just getting back to Pospisil, you don't see it's not like I feel he's doing cheap stuff where he's like face washing or cheap stuff with the stick. Because there's some guys that, this guy's a dirt bag, and I think he is. But it doesn't feel like it's. Does that make any sense? I don't see stuff where it's like, well, that should have been a penalty. Like, remember when Kachuk came in, right?
Yeah.
Like, Kachuk was a bit of a rat, and you'd say, well, that's kind of a dirty play. Now I can see why they'd be upset. I don't know that I see that same sort of thing from him, but teams do not like him.
He's got some rodent, and I think you fall in love with him, because I think other teams do despise him most nights, and that is because he's mastered the dark art of being in that gray area to not get penalized, but also piss you off.
Hard to play against, and a bit of a D.
He's a bit of a D.
It's a nice combination to have.
With a sprinkling of jerk. Isn't that what Cammie said the other night?
Yes.
There's a bit of jerk there. Yeah. Yeah, I do like it. And then, he's got the hair flowing out the back, the tinted visor. I'll push back. But I just love the way it's like Madison Square Garden. It's cool. Yeah, it's really cool. I don't care. Oh, you're Panarin. You're the top scorer. Yeah, okay. We're getting into it. I thought it was great. So I guess that's probably it. That ends the road trip, which is still a hugely successful road trip.
Too successful,
right? It's early on in the season. Well, they're going to need 6 points here, and they get 2 or 0. And now it's like they don't need more than a point or 2 on this road trip. Oh, okay, 3 or 4. Beautiful. Perfect. So I don't know. I know we'll look at the standings and the wild card and the points percentage and all that, but we'll see how it goes. 2-day break, and then the Sharks from San Jose. Did we miss anything else on this game? Penalty kill was perfect. Nothing on the power play. Injury to Pelche.
Goalies are great.
Goalies were great.
Hammered are pretty good.
Rangers are a good squad.
Yeah.
Said that too, yeah. That's a fun building too. When
And
that
the thing,
when
sorry,
that team's mediocre, it's a great building. Never mind when they look like that. Like that, they were into it right to the end. Shesterkin almost hits the empty netter. The place was going bananas. That's a team you love seeing play deep into the spring. Like that's going to be fun if they get to go on a bit of a ride here.
they were impressive, and I think a lot of it was because of the goalie, but Zibanejad was mostly quiet, I thought. Panarin, outside of that one kind of series, that you didn't see much of him. Kreider, I think, had a chance or two. There was Goodrow hit a crossbar there at one point, but yeah, it felt like it was the goalies, and Markstrom was probably better, but takes the loss. But I think that covers it for opening statements for McLeod Law.
There we go.
I think we've covered it. There you have it. Our buddy Peter Klein at McLeod Law, personal injury guy. Of course, you knew that, but he's also the go-to guy in Calgary for disability insurance. If your long-term disability insurance company is refusing to pay those insurance benefits to you, you contact Peter and you put him to work. He'll get you those benefits that you paid for and deserve, and along with it, your peace of mind. McLeod-law.com. Great Calgary business. We're going bowling.
Oh,
We be rolling. Feb 29. It's been great that way. There's an event on the 29th of February. 29th of February. That's right. It's the what do you call it, Rhett? When there's a 29th in a Groundhog Day?
Leap year, Dean.
Leap year. Thank you. Jeez. So we are going bowling. We are going to Splitsville. I feel like there could be more details on this graphic.
It's a lot of empty space.
A lot of empty space. Like the logo could be bigger, maybe, or maybe the website where you go to buy the. Anyway,
Nationgear.ca.
Nationgear.ca. I feel that's probably info that should be on there. In support of kids sport, very relevant and important. Presented by McLeod Law, also very important in there as well. But it's been a while now. We did one at the radio station back in 2013. You had done one prior to, just when you played for the Flames.
Rhett?
Many moons ago, when Pinder was a fan, he had a jersey, I'm sure, and you named your kid after me.
Because I saw this online. And I was like,
Oh,
Rhett played. Okay, well, let's get some more clarity here.
Oh, gutter ball, Rhett. Jeez.
Oh, it's been fun. I think everyone's having a good time, and my game is struggling, but the team.
Well, the bowling might not have been stellar, but the turnout definitely was. Hundreds of sponsors and almost all of the Flames came out to support their teammate in his worthy cause.
This is Retro's Bowlerama, and it's to raise money for Kids Sport Calgary, so kids from low-income families in Calgary can get involved in sports.
I know how important sports was to me in growing sports, so I want to make sure they got those opportunities.
It's great, and all the lanes, being $1,000 a piece, all the money's going to them, so it's a good turnout for them.
The event was a huge benefit for Kids Sport Calgary, and it was also a lot of fun for everyone involved. Some players even displayed a bit of skill.
I was watching Darren McCarty. He looks like he's getting he's got a broken thumb, he said, so he can't really throw normally. I saw him wheel in here. He's got his own case for his ball, and he's got a custom-made ball.
I'm the guy that's got to have all the gear and all the balls, shoes, but he sucks. He can't bowl, so.
I have my own ball as well, but I think it's cracked or something. It's not rolling.
Right, well, we're not sure if we believe that, but hey, what's a game of bowling without a few excuses?
My hand's pretty fit finger in the ball, so I tried to find the biggest one, but it's a little tight, so that's my excuse.
Jason Weimer, on the other hand, decided to take the honest approach.
It's a little embarrassing. Well, we've got girls on our team that are kicking our butts.
While others thought trash talking was the way to go, Krista Ferentz tried to give Christina Warner a hard time.
I don't know how she's doing, though. She might be bringing the average down.
Well, I heard she was just bad-mouthing me and saying I was bringing the team's score down when, reality, I'm leading the team.
Well, in the end, it was a great night for a great cause.
But she's great. She's my cheerleader.
There you go. How's that, Retro? A little blast from the past?
yes.
06.
Wow.
Jack, do
Nice.
some math. How many years ago was that?
Were you alive, Jack? 06? Jeez.
Were you alive in 06?
No, he was.
Yes, I was. I was 8.
So just out of diapers.
Yeah.
Speaking of just out of diapers, did the shoveler have to show ID to get a beer that night? Or
Jeez.
Retro?
This is more of that young video there.
Got any B-roll there?
Because I know you've got lots of home videos from back in those days.
Jeez.
I didn't know. What?
VHS.
God, do you have beta? You guys have a beta machine? I've got some. I just want to convert them over to DVDs here. We're gonna have a time, people. We're going to Splitsville. It is 2916 Fifth Avenue Northeast. We've got Oodle Noodle on board. We're gonna have some grub. We're gonna have some drinks, of course. It's Origin Brewing. We're gonna have some homegrown lagers, some barn burner blonde. It's gonna be flowing. We're gonna be raising money for kids sport. Get your team in. Nationgear.ca. Celebrities. And again, it's for the kids, right? It's not about who's winning or who has more points or whose score is better, although I think there might be some prizes. It's about the kids. Nationgear.ca. Website. Buy your team. Do it now. Today is the 13th. The event is on the 29th.
Well, we got Noodles and Rosie already confirmed amongst some other top secret celebrities.
Oh, it's a long list, buddy. We're going to trot them out at some point. Don't want to get everybody all hoop-de-doo.
We do want you to get excited to buy a team, though. Go do that. Let's go.
Get in and get your team. Get your team. You're going to like the Oodle Noodle. I'm telling you. I got to talk about that. I want to talk about
D-Mac going to come back?
D-Mac.
McCarty.
Oh, my God.
Is he on tour with Grindr?
No, he's wrestling, isn't he?
I did on one night, at least one night. He did he get put through a table? Is that what that clip was? It got hauled down on YouTube when we played it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we got in trouble.
Come on, I feel like that wrestling.
How about Big Sigh and that deep voice?
My finger didn't fit in it. It's my excuse.
It's my excuse.
What a monster.
It's like
McCarty
you're
like
not
a guy that had been
frightening.
around the lane.
You're not frightening enough already.
Jack, you know who Chris Simon is?
I've heard the name.
Okay.
Yeah.
He scored 30, boys. That's the craziest part.
Simple Simon met a Pinder.
I think we let him score his 30th in Buffalo.
Really?
I think so. I think we were
in
playing
Washington,
him.
right?
He was in Washington. I think it was the final game of the year. Jeez. And there was a vibe and a word out that perhaps maybe, if you could be so kind, seeing as you guys are useless, that maybe you don't block size shots. Don't let him score, but
yeah.
Tampering.
Don't want you getting hurt for the offseason, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Long offseason.
Throwing games. Rhett Warner. Big news.
Yeah. Call Gary. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. It's tomorrow.
Shit!
29 goals, not 30. Damn it. Close.
It's all right, Ryan. Don't fact check yourself. Valentine's Day is tomorrow. And if you have it, downtown showroom, second level, Stephen Avenue Place. Stephen Avenue Place, second level. Stephen Avenue Place, second level. I need to hear things a few times for it to kind of, that's kind of, it's one of the things with advertising. That's why you'll hear at the end, it's like, Vinanova, Vinanova.com. That's Vinanova, Vinanova.com. Vinanova, because we're stupid.
That's right.
And we need to hear things multiple times for you. What was that there?
What's the name of that place there?
Vinanova.com is the website. That's where you can do your shopping. But I'm telling you, if you need it, you got to go down there now. And if you've dilly-dallied, like we all do and we all have, that is the answer. It's lab-grown diamonds. It's Calgary's only lab-grown diamond specialist. The only store in the city that does strictly lab-grown. Savings for lab-grown diamonds can be 75, 80% off what you'll pay for a mined diamond. Earth mined diamonds. Who wants those? Same hardness, light refraction as a natural diamond. The clarity is better. Some gemologists themselves, these smart people, they get their little I can't tell the difference. That's what they say when they put the gross, dirty mine diamond next to a lab grown. This one, if I had to say this one here, this one's better quality. That's the lab grown. Oh, I can't believe it. Believe it. Lab grown diamonds, huge savings. Or if you've got, I got this is my budget. This is what I've got to spend. Well, you're going to get a lot more with that budget than you would for one of those dirty, gross, dirty dirty diamonds come from the ground. Second, where is it?
2nd Avenue, Stephen Avenue Place, downtown Calgary.
Second level.
Stephen Avenue Place.
Where is it?
Second level.
Avenue,
7th Avenue, 7 Stephen. StephenNova.com.
Even Stephen.
Hi, is Stephen here? I'm
dumb.
sorry, Justin. I'm very sorry. We're trying our best over here. We're trying our best. Yeah, that's tomorrow. Yeah,
it's it hasn't snuck up on me, but I'm still way behind.
It's absolutely snuck. Yeah, it has. Yes, it has. Yeah, I threw out a line yesterday because my one son, he's not in town. He's like, "Hey, Mom, could you go get some flowers for because I'm not going to be there for Valentine's Day. It's easier if you could just do it." I got to go get some flowers for the kid. And I said, me being the funny guy that I am, "Oh, okay. Pick yourself up something nice."
Oh my God.
Don't do it.
Really?
Don't do it, guys. I mean, funny, right? Timing. It was very snappy. I hit it. Bad audience, maybe. Wrong.
Not
room.
enough drinks.
Not enough drinks. We'll see how it goes. Stephen Avenue Place.
Second level.
Second level. Vita Nova. Let's do the Pinder Report. Little Pinder Report for our buddies over at Village Honda. The Honda Civic continues to lead the way in value, reliability, and performance. The 2024 Civic received a 10 out of 10 in Car and Driver's comprehensive vehicle testing, and the Civic Type R and the Civic SI ranked number 1 and number 2, respectively, in the Sport Compact category. Its quality, its reliability, it's Village Honda, located in the Northwest Auto Mall and online at villagehonda.com, and they present the Pinder Report.
Fellas, we start with last night's game on Broadway. The Rangers and the Flames, a goaltending duel to be sure, with quite a duo in net. We go to Afterburner. Cammy and Rhett recapping the action.
He saves 29 of 30 tonight, 967 save percentage, and went back and checked. He's allowed 7 goals on the last 162 shots. So that's a 956 save percentage over the last good stretch of time. So well-earned NHL first star of the week.
We talk about it so much about trade him, don't trade him. When's he going to look better than this? How do you let the guy go right now? He's so valuable and so good, and good luck replacing it. I don't care how good Wolf's supposed to be or gonna be. He's not coming in and playing like that right now.
And how often do you see a team truly trade their best player?
And they don't have to trade him. It'd be different if he was a free agent and walking away in 3 months or 2 months whenever the season's ending. They've got him a couple more years of him. He's worth the price of a ticket.
Yeah, he had that great one on Capo Caco on the doorstep late there. He had Miller on the breakaway right at the end. I was just lights out tonight.
That's the kind of goaltending that made me a lot of money.
Honesty. That's what you get an Afterburner right there.
Rhett. Jeez.
Did they add that little Afterburner thing behind me? That was nice.
Yeah.
And she didn't do that math in her head. I'll just tell you that right now.
It's still impressive math. 956. Is that okay at the NHL level if you're throwing up a 956?
Ask the Panthers and Bob what 950 will get you for a month. All the way to the final as an 8 seed. Christ. Okay.
So it's just to jump in. So earlier you said we have to trade him. Last line at Afterburner. How do you trade him? Because you can't replace him. No matter, we don't care how good Wolf is. Yeah. How do you trade him right now? Is that the Warner recap?
I'm all over the map. Yes. Are you asking me my opinion?
Picking both sides.
Yes. Well, I mean, earlier on in this show, you said, of course you trade him. And last night
I said, I'm okay trading him because you're trading how do you manage the assets you get in return was the statement I think I made.
Got it. Okay. Sorry to put you in that awkward spot. Ryan, back to you.
Let's have a peek at one of them last night. This is one of the ones early that really caught our eye. Like, this guy right now is just on another level.
He's saving pucks. He doesn't even have to. There's a giveaway. Panarin again. Another stop by Markstrom. Another one. Markstrom down. He will make the save. And he hangs on.
Quite impressive. That bang, And another. Yep, he's still good at net, fellas.
Nice pass, Tanev. And
Yeah,
then a
let's
spin out.
restart that highlight reel a little later, Jack. Knock down Tanev's trade value.
Load management. That's what it is. We're just trying to keep him healthy.
A little break. Jacob Pelche, we talked about it. Let's revisit. Here's the hit. He takes. You got to know where Troops is, guys. There's a few guys in the ice.
How about
know where they are?
Dumbasses on the bench?
What do you
Can't
do,
see
Rhett?
'em.
Maybe you let the young feller know. Heads up.
Heads up. Hey,
Leave it.
And it's not a dirty hit. It's not from behind.
It's a big man. It's 40 pounds he gives up in that collision.
And you know the thing, if it is, you feel like if it wasn't that hit, right? Like, not to say he came back. It's just, it sucks. Because if that shoulder's buggered, you're dealing with something now, potentially. He just came back, played 3 games.
We'll see. Not missed post game either. This is Julian McKenzie, who was in New York last night. A quote from Rasmus Anderson. It's brutal. We all love the kid. He's a great guy, and he brings so much energy to our room. It sucks. Hopefully he'll be all right. It's Rasmus last night post game. Good work from Julian, who's on the road covering things right from All-Star break through this road trip. Okay.
Ryan's a little tight-lipped. Anything else on Pelche?
Nada. What do you got on?
How's the construction?
Is there a vacuum truck outside affecting the Wi-Fi again? You're locked up, is what?
Yeah, I can see that. It's
you look very. You know what? You look very sad. It's like you're, Rhett. Maybe what he wants.
Yeah.
Maybe we all just need to take a moment of. Okay, so back to the
T's and P's. Yeah.
Some T's and P's for Jacob Pelche.
Why don't we just flash up some images here instead? So let's look at the wild
Shut
card
up, Ryan.
things.
Ryan, just. No, you got to keep him in, because for the 3 shot, we're giving a moment.
Am I done shutting up? What do I do here?
No, I guess carry on. God,
sorry, I don't know. Kind of close to the wild card, but they're also kind of 11th from the bottom. It's really weird to be close to the top 10 pick, but also close to a wild card. That's literally still frozen.
What's the word for that? Must mean that there's competitiveness. What's the word? Is there a word? No word?
Oh, dear.
No.
Could be like a ventriloquist act here. Hi, Ryan. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
The Flames struggled last night to score goals.
Maybe if Pelche went to college, he'd have a little bit more durability.
I think it might be a broken jaw because he's got his jaw wired shut. I think the jaw is the issue.
I don't know why these teams keep picking. Why these teams keep picking goalies in the first round? It's stupid.
Parity is the word you were looking for.
That is the word, Ryan. Thank you.
I was in deep thought about that for a while. Schedule looks like this. They're back home. It's 4-game homestand. Sharks, Wings, Jets, Bruins. 2 good teams, 1 bad team, and 1 I'm not sure of, which would be Detroit.
Cammy bombed the Detroit team.
What?
How?
Effing desperate or something like that to win.
Wow, really?
Are they? Is that where they are right now? Is that they're that part of the life cycle?
They're I think just in terms of the year, right? They're hanging on. They're like that cat meme, isn't that what it is? Hang in there, you know, the cat thing.
It's got his claws.
That's right.
Something.
Yeah.
Huh?
Fellas.
What?
I've got a little story about. Well, you know what? First, let's do this. We've got a Tanev. Someone's poured through all the highlights and shown us what a typical Chris Tanev game looks like, which is kind of cool because it's the time that GMs are going to want a bit of tape on him to see what he looks like. Let's have a peek at a typical Chris Tanev game ahead of.
Because I don't get it. Yeah, I don't quite get the idea.
It's almost over. Oh, it is quite something.
Well, that one, you'll remember, that's what put him out of that Dallas series. When he hurt his shoulder. Yeah. That one, I think it was what, the 5th or 6th one in there.
It was a total coincidence, and there's nothing. He's not injury prone. That was just a one-off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
TLC.
We're gonna reset at this end. Do we need? Can I show him the Super Bowl streaker while we reset, or no? How does that work?
Yeah, I guess we could.
Okay, so this guy is maybe the biggest idiot in Vegas, because he thought he was the smartest guy in Vegas and then blew his own cover. Let's have a watch here.
I was the Super Bowl streaker at the game last night, and I just got let out of jail.
Yeah.
That went well.
Good job, Jack.
Yeah, we should be able to play that.
Yeah. It's a good thing we have a studio.
Yeah, it's really serving a purpose.
Yeah. Yeah. Good opportunity to get a read in. This is going great. That's what I would play if it was the other thing I want to tell you. There we go. Service Credit Union. The Service Big Share is back for the 6th year with your chance to win $1 million just by saving money. Anyone can enter by, all you got to do is become a member and then start saving with Service. Every $500 saved gives you 5 entries into the Service Big Share contest. Transfer your existing savings over to Service Credit Union for chances to win $1 million. Contest ends April 30th, 2024. Skill test required. For rules, visit service.ca/win. Again, service.ca/win. That email address, once again, service.ca/win. Just do everything.
I'm gonna win.
Just
I'm
move
gonna
it.
sneeze too.
All I do is win, no matter what. I see RJ is in the. Hi, Arj. He might not be able to talk to us though.
Talk to us, of course.
There's oddly a few people involved in this production. You wouldn't know it right now.
All of them doing.
Oh,
great.
there's RJ. Hi, Arj.
What do we got left?
There's a lot left. Yeah, we got a lot to do here. Yeah.
Maybe they are really down. Maybe the construction is at a. Go ahead and kick the door open. There you go.
Hey, Rhett. What are you getting there?
I need an
coffee?
espresso, just something warm.
Nice.
Shoveler. We saw a young shoveler today on the show.
How old would she have been in 2006?
Oh, I can't say that. Then
You can't do that?
Hmm.
Great Clips. Great Clips is on board. We are ready to roll. This week, it will be the Great Clips inbox here on Barn Burner. And with Great Clips, more than 4,400 hair salons throughout the U.S. and Canada. It's the world's, hey, did you know? It's the world's largest hair salon brand and official hair salon of the National Hockey League. They're owned and operated locally, open 7 days a week. They get it. You're busy. Your time is valuable. That's why they've got the Great Clips check-in app. You can go on there and see what are the wait times, how long I got. You can check in right there from your phone. You don't need to go in. It's brilliant. You get your haircut when you want. You can opt in for a ready next text alert because you get busy. You start, oh, I forgot I had gone in online. I had gone to the Great Clips check-in app. You'll be notified when your estimated wait time hits 15 minutes and it's time to head to the salon. For more details, go to greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's going to be great. And they have jumped on board with our mailbag. We're going to do a weekly mailbag sort of a segment. Get your questions in. They've started coming in. The email address is greatclipsinbox@flamesnation.ca. greatclipsinbox@flamesnation.ca. And we'll do the old, we'll get some.
How do you get those emails to work?
Do you mean just how does email in general work, or to start an email address, or?
Yeah, kind of like, yeah, you got to make an email account and have a sign in, but
yeah.
I don't know. I'm a traditionalist, Dean. I like getting my mail out of the mailbox.
Got it. So that'd be like with postage.
Mhm.
If it doesn't have postage on it, I can't trust it.
No.
Get
Could
a
be all
virus.
AI.
Yeah.
The Pinder Report, brought to you by.
Well, I mean, if I knew there was a chance he would be coming back, we'd just move on without him, I guess. But I feel because he popped back in, I can see him there. So there he is in the. You can't see him, but I can kind of see. I got the kind of the master control sort of thing. It's one of those weird things. I've kind of got the master control, but I can control things until Jack takes a dump, and then I can't control it anymore. So that worked well. Jack, what happened?
Do you guys see the streaker guy?
No, as soon as you turned him off, everything went off.
No. Ah, damn.
Yeah, damn.
Well,
so the streaker, streaker went and put a bet down. He put 20 grand down that there would be a streaker at the game, then bought a ticket to the game for 10 grand, and he himself went streaking. And then put the video up. He's like, I'm brilliant. I can't believe it. It was cold out there. You wouldn't believe how cold it is. And then the next video was, damn it. My clip went viral and the casino saw that I did my own streaking to win. Now they
ironed it fair and square.
Son of a bitch. So
anyway, a dummy.
Dumb, then brilliant, then dumb.
Very dumb.
Dumb wins out. Dumb always wins, Jack. Isn't that right?
That's right.
Dumb's a trump card. Let's move. Cavalry FC unveiled their 2024 kits yesterday. Just a week and change away from their big match. Look at this. Okay. Got the reds with the trim. It looks like they got the northern lights on the green ones. Is that what that is? Very nice. They went out to Canmore, posed for some photos.
That's what we need to do.
Go post for photos in Canmore.
Do some posing.
Post up at the Drake. I'm into that.
Into a river with their undies on.
They are in Victoria to face Orlando City next Wednesday. That is their Champions Cup opening match. They will then go to Orlando for the second leg of that match. And the fellas had a 0-0 draw against some of the Whitecaps just last week. So they are ready to rock, getting ready for the Champions Cup tournament that Dean's so excited we'll get Lionel Messi to finally come to his home turf.
And this is just what these guys, this is just another ordinary day.
Yeah, they just walk around
Cavalry, just kind of hang out in the mountains.
Yeah, play
shoot some stick.
Yeah.
Throw the metal around. Maybe get on the bike, get a workout in.
Yeah,
very underutilized in today's day and age, shooting stick.
Go shoot some stick.
Nobody goes to the pool hall.
Are there pool halls?
There should be.
I feel like it's been
kids can't even make a bank pass to each other in sports anymore.
No,
you're
true.
Right. It's non-existent.
What has happened to the billiard room? That's what we need to know. You could go to the Great Clips inbox, ask the question, and then we won't know the answer.
We'll keep moving.
Research. Google.
It was the Spurs and the Raptors last night, which meant that Victor Wembanyama, the first overall pick, the guy that makes 7-footers look small. What? You're not telling me he wore that in last night, Jack. Is that right?
Awkward.
Yes, he did. And I believe he's the youngest to record a triple-double or something. Had a very good game.
Yeah, they shellacked the Raptors, like what, 129.99 or something like that?
Yeah, killed them.
That's an outfit. Rhett, do you have that mask? Is that from skiing? You and the shoveler you wear those when you go skiing?
We've got those masks, but we don't wear them in public. That's private.
Yeah. It's pleather, actually. Yeah.
Maybe those VHS beta tapes.
He's from overseas. Clearly, he doesn't know that this is supposed to be
Dude, you don't go out with take it off when you're done.
Found a new game, a new sport. We could put a team in, guys. So all you got to be able to do is a 360 and drink beer. Pretty simple.
In a car? Hanging donuts? Oh.
Watch this. Here you go. So here we are. We're getting ready. All the teams are lined up. There's a big table. You got to have Cooperalls or overalls on, depending on what Jack tells you there. You got to do a spinorama, catch your beer, slam the beer, go to the other end. Next guy's up, slides it down, spinorama, hammer the beer, back to the other end.
I don't mind this at all.
This looks phenomenal. I like the blue collar outfits as well.
They're wearing Cooperalls, Jack.
The working men here. Yes.
That's teamwork right there.
Yes, and it looks like this could be the base of a ski hill. Guys, we got to get in this league. This looks unbelievable.
That looks like us and Jasper.
I think we should do this and then do the horse pull the skier thing.
Ski
jor.
Yeah.
I feel like they'd go hand in hand.
It could
Yes.
just be part of our winter celebration.
Which do you do first? I feel like you do the ski jor first because
You
need
got to
general
be
aesthetic
loose
after.
on the ski jor. You don't want to be uptight.
Take it back.
I wonder if you incorporated more spins, how that would affect things.
If you
maybe
do
like
two
round
spins,
one, you
can you
do
get
one
two
spin,
beer?
then two, and then you're right.
I see where you're going with that. Yeah. Rhett, some ski video surfacing, some beta tapes we found in your closet here. This apparently was one of your first days because you were late to skiing. Saskatchewan, not a lot of ski hills. Now all of a sudden the lockout, you got some time in the winter, and look at this guy. Got some speed coming here. Look out. Oh dear.
That's.
I'm just gonna leave my skis here, guys. This is where you put the ski rack. I'll just leave them here.
I'm just going to the washroom, guys. You got yep. Okay.
Men's, women's, or which side?
Are you okay?
Because that's what he would do. You'd get up and just. How you doing?
Yep. Sorry, it's I dismount there.
Grab poutine beer. Take a rest for a little bit.
Rob Ray was in the backyard between he and Rhett's house, knocking out some trees. There's some dead wood they got to get down here. Let's have a look.
Now, in fairness, I was gonna say, how would he have known?
It looks like it's stable, and then all of a sudden it isn't. And look out!
I'll tell you what, Razor's got some bad peripheral vision, though.
Good reflexes, though, when he saw it.
Right? I feel like you should have some sort of eye line there that thing's going to come down and crown you.
He was admiring a good pass. He was admiring the tree.
Suey pass. Yeah. Happens.
Sometimes your first day on the job is your last day on the job. Here's an example of one. Oh, we've seen these before. The warehouse fails.
Oh, it's a bunch of turlets.
Oh, boy. Well, it's only half the room, not the. Oh, I take that back. Oh boy. Yeah, that's. It's a no bueno.
And then they took one of those and installed it in my house.
That's right. That was the crack. Yeah.
Thank you, home builder, who I won't mention.
You should mention.
No, I won't do it.
Now, what are the odds that you somehow put some thunderstruck crack into that thing?
No, I mean.
0 or none?
I can do some damage, but not
That's dead.
Not to that. That's
dead. We saw a cliff jumping fail the other day. That lady sort of fell just shy. You got to commit, guys. There's no half cliff jumping. You're the cliff jumping or you're not. You see our good friend in the blue shorts is there. And then,
gosh.
That's just
Nathan,
falling.
help her out.
That's falling. That's
Nathan, go get her. Nathan, help her out. She's ready to go, and then she's like, no.
Yeah, she's not committed to it.
Gotta go.
That's a very. I guess okay. I'm gonna go.
No, just kidding. I'm not gonna.
Oh,
how's that tailbone feel, by the way?
Yeah,
damaged.
Dean, you always enjoy these. You've got a strong stomach. Other places in the world, people they have different utensils they use with food. This guy happens to use his feet more than his hands. That's okay with me.
2 kilo kuşbaşı lazım da biz mantarlı sevmik. Allah makarnanın eksikliğini vermeye.
You're kidding me.
He is slicing the meat on a knife he's holding between his toes. Or is that just a long,
or is that just his toenails, dude?
Toenail.
Oh, Dean.
Even worse. Yeah, there's no knife there, right? That's a toenail.
That's a hoof.
That's the raptor talon right there. That's what I got rocking down here.
You ever slice meat with your raptor talon?
Not yet, but man, I'm starving.
Finally, someone made a barbed wire trampoline.
Oh no.
Oh, come on.
Oh no.
3, 2, 1.
No.
Jesus.
Oh.
Oh.
His hair. It's in his hair.
Now, how do you get off it?
You don't.
Your hair. Are you okay, dude? I'm good. We gotta get you out carefully.
Carefully.
Yeah, because now it's safety first for sure.
Yeah, that's right. Now
that
that
getting him off, I'll tell you what. They've done some good craftsmanship there. That thing is tight. Look at it.
Watch the hair.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Jack, how was your brother?
Yeah.
So this is Pittsburgh, right?
This is just outside of Pittsburgh. Yeah. Now, when you play it again, look to the left. Some dude, he's got his dart going or his vape. He is just puffing smoke on the left side here. You can't see him in frame, but he'll come in right away. Yeah, go ahead, do it.
Oh yeah, jeez. Wow.
Anybody got dart? Oh man.
Yeah.
I gotta respect the mental fortitude this individual has.
He had more than that chick in the last video.
Yes.
That's true.
And he didn't just jump, he did a somersault.
Yes.
And then he could not have expected it to be that tight, because then it dumped him on his head.
Oh.
And then it's in your hair.
What he needed was one of those bathing caps. You got to tuck that all up under. That's for the next time he does it.
Good thinking, Ryan.
He's a swimming shirt.
Is it just me, or is it like I'm always wowed by, you see it in wrestling, this kind of stuff? Everyone's just cool with rolling around on barbed wire. How are we not like bursting discs in our spine and stuff, Rhett? Can anyone ever explain it? Like, he looks fine. How is that possible?
I don't think he
Right
is
there.
fine. I don't think he was.
Right there.
I don't think he was fine before he did the jump, and I feel like it's only gotten worse since doing the jump.
So maybe he was just had one of those massive plumes of courage before he got up on the ladder. That's Pinder Report on whatever day it is today.
Mind altering sort of things.
Yeah.
How I'm just trying to think. So they had the springs on it. They would have had to have taken, because the old one had to have been shot.
Yeah.
But they still went to the work of getting all of like the O-ring, like everything off.
Mm-hmm.
And then do you think it's just one long strand that they just ran through all the springs?
Were the springs still there?
Because they're idiots.
Yeah,
well, it
yeah,
has to be, because that's amazing. It's amazing. Again, if they could use those, almost said a bad word, those crazy powers for good, not evil, they could be helping some people live a better life, because that's a hell of a homemade trampoline.
Yeah. If any kids need any,
there's real trampolines that don't hold up that well. Look at this thing. Like there's the springs coming off of the frame. That's a lot of barbed wire. Look at it.
Oh, still got the springs. They're running it right through the springs. That's impressive stuff. Look at that. Eh? These guys.
How long would it have taken them?
You could have gone to Africa and built a house or a school in the amount of time they did this. Like, what the hell?
Think of the things they could have done. You know what, today? Let's go at old Mildred, that bottom step on her deck. Looks like she's going to slip and fall. Let's go fix that.
Nah, I got to make a barbed wire trampoline, Dean. I'm busy today.
But what am I going to do with all this barbed wire?
There it is. That's
I love dumb people. I relate with them in a weird way.
I feel like our show stars three dumb people some days.
I guess so. So there you go. That is the Pinder Report, brought to you by Village Honda, who again just have to be so proud. New in-stock inventory on the ground, not to mention the huge selection of used, pre-owned, all makes, all models, all budgets, over 90 units on site, access to more than 500 more in the dealership group. Make Village Honda your one-stop automotive destination in Calgary. They are worth the trip. Village Honda, located in the Northwest Auto Mall. Do you have a big roll of barbed wire in your shed or anything hanging outside?
I don't. No. And I don't know that I've ever purchased said barbed wire.
Where would you get it?
I actually don't know where you would get it. Is that a special order thing?
Can you
I don't think you're getting that at Canadian Tire.
Give me a second.
Maybe some Home Depot. I don't.
Maybe
like a farm, like the UFA, or like the farm, like a co-op kind of a thing. Yeah. Yeah, Jack, I do have a Betway. I guess I didn't send it to you, so I'll just have to do it on the fly. Sorry about that. I was not thinking about that. Hey, tonight. Well, let's do this. I'll do DoorDash.
Oh, really?
I'll do the what's on the menu for you, because I saw what I can. Oh, here we go. Barbed
It's
wire
really not
update.
that expensive, the barbed wire.
Is that right?
No. 50 feet for $14.
What?
What?
Hot dip.
So for $30, you can make a trampoline.
Hot dip galvanized barbed wire.
Well, I gotta go get some now. What can I use it for around here?
Doesn't matter. It's a good deal.
Remember when Mick Foley had like the bat with the with the barbed wire on the end and then lit it on fire? Ooh. That was my buddy Edge. He hit Edge with it.
Edge got the end of that?
Cut him up on the on his ribs, kind of like Tanev. A lot like Tanev, actually. DoorDash. Get the DoorDash app. Ordering's easy. You open the DoorDash app. You choose what you want from where you want, and when you want, it shows up right outside your door. And for a limited time, Nation25 is the promo code you can use to get 25% off and 0 delivery fees on your first order of $15 or more. That's on the DoorDash app. I don't know who the Phoenix Coyotes are playing tonight.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter.
Because?
Flames fans, you get a chance to see both Juuso Välimäki and Adam Ruzicka suit up tonight for the Arizona Coyotes. It's the Rosie debut.
Oh.
For those Desert Dogs.
That's taken a while. Am I crazy?
Well, yeah, it was. Well, when was the. It was before the All-Star break, obviously.
Thought they'd played. They played last night.
So anyway, that's that's another guy you forget about is Välimäki and how he could fit into this youth movement.
All the defensemen they get rid of for
zero.
Oh, nothing in return?
Yeah, spent a first, spent thousands in development and all of that. And then just
we got D. Simone though.
Connor Mackey.
Oh. Mackey, I'm okay with. By the way, this is the game last night you're talking about. Sorry.
This fucking guy, right? Like he can't, he just, what is this? What the fuck?
Gets confused. He likes his, he wants to be on top of things.
Christ.
I don't even know what you two are arguing about. I'm thinking about
DoorDash. Dash that for the win with DoorDash.
Go on for today or no?
No, you're great. Glad you showed up today. You've been great.
People are going to be looking for a Coyotes game.
Showed up,
Where
left
is it?
for 20 friggin' minutes.
That's Jack's fault.
I think it's the guys in the fluorescent uniforms outside.
We should speak to them.
Get them on, do an interview?
Those guys.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey guys, how we doing here? It's taking a long time. What have we accomplished? Still got the vacuum truck in the exact same spot it was
Maybe
2
if
weeks
we
ago.
understood the processes that they have to go through to get this stuff done, we would be a little more understanding of the difficulties.
You figure?
The trampoline guys, while I was
done already.
perusing the barbed wire, there's also electrical fencing. Maybe that's their next move.
It's going to hurt more than having your hair pulled, I think.
Think so?
Yeah.
All right. They're tough. What's next?
What would you use barbed wire for other than just like a fence? Because that's what you would.
I think that's can't be much else. If you're not Mick Foley, what the hell do you need
They
barbed
use it
wire
at,
for if it's not a
like
fence?
at the jail to keep the guys in.
No, that's fence, right?
Yeah.
There's not a lot of other uses aside from the trampoline, obviously.
So here is the to your point. Here's the this will stun Flame fans. The Adam Ruzicka line wearing number
91,
63,
83.
Oof, that's a bad number. It's like he doesn't want to be there.
9 minutes and 20 seconds of ice. No shots on net. 50% in the face-off dot. 6 wins, 6 losses.
1 hit.
So that's kind of Ruzicka-y performance.
Very much.
Juuso, 19 and a half minutes of ice. Had a shot. No points. Even. 1 hit.
Yeah, and I don't know what he is now. I know we think about the draft pedigree, but after that gross knee injury he suffered in training, I just don't know that the ceiling's there anymore.
But he's a guy you could play the brakes right off of him right now.
Yeah, once you trade Hanifin and Tanev, I know they got room for him. That's for damn sure.
But even still, like you said, they've been trotting Osterley, and there's been plenty of guys who have gone through here. It could have been just as well have been him.
It's been a long time since Valimaki was here. 2 years.
Been a long time. Been a long time.
I think that all of it goes back to he was a first-round pick, and you absolutely quit. You quit on him. Whether it was Daryl or whoever you want to blame, it doesn't matter. That organizationally,
yeah, it was a combination for sure. Daryl had no interest in playing him, and the GM didn't find a way to keep him. It was a combo there.
I don't think the GM was crazy to get rid of him.
Well, he was put on waivers, to Rhett's point earlier. It's like, if you don't, just keep him then.
Yeah.
But then you're looking at a guy not playing regular season games for 2 years. It was a tough spot.
There was a power struggle.
There was indeed.
There was a power struggle.
Nobody won either. When you look back at it,
no.
It's like,
oh, Yuso, baby.
Not going to resign.
Yuso's doing all right.
Yuso's doing okay. I bet she's got a pool in the backyard. Even if he's at a condo, the complex probably has a pool.
I think he's doing fine. Yeah.
Rosie. Be strutting around in short sleeves. Did you see what happened at the old Waste Management?
We showed the guy pissing on the chair yesterday, and last week we saw the streaker in the bikini jumping in the pond. What else?
They shut down liquor sales.
Yeah, I saw Zach Johnson yelling, "Shut up, just shut up," at one of the fans. So it was getting a little...
It jumped the shark. I wonder what happens now, because they were literally carrying people out. I saw a video of one guy, a security guard, who basically said, "We just stopped taking tickets."
Yeah.
Because there was no way to keep people back. There were thousands of people on the course who shouldn't have been. Everyone got completely blackout drunk, and they had to stop selling booze.
Might have peaked in 2023, just a year ago. That was the last good year, potentially.
Yeah, like most things, it goes too far, and then it gets squashed, and nobody's allowed to have any fun.
So I do wonder, because it got some bad press. And between that and the whole live thing, I wonder if the fun's over to a certain extent. It's too bad.
You could have went.
Yeah, but how do you get tickets?
Hard to get tickets. It's true.
We had
How do you get
tickets.
tickets? What?
Did we have tickets?
We had tickets.
But you got to get there then. You got to
It's
get
for the
there.
kids, though. We donated to our charity instead.
Yeah, I'm talking about 4 or 5 years ago.
What's that? Did we have tickets?
We had no ride. No ride.
Well, it was so far too, right? It was. We were so close. You could hear them hitting the golf ball from where we were staying. Are we going? So many people.
A lot of people.
Because we can see the grandstand from here. We have tickets in the suite. It's a lot of people. Yeah, you're right. Although you would have gone. I sucked the fun. I was the fun sucker on that.
You? Come on. Didn't want to go to the Waste Management? Peak Waste Management.
Douglas Mattress, named Canada's best mattress on Canadian living. Loved by more than 200,000 Canadians, over 10,000 five-star reviews. Avoid those pushy salesmen. This is easy online ordering. Get Douglas delivered in a box to your doorstep with free shipping, coast to coast, coast to coast to coast. Got it? Industry-leading risk-free trial. Well, if I'm going to buy this mattress, but it's a big commitment. That's a big purchase. What if I don't like it? Well, it is, as I say, industry-leading risk-free trial, 365-night risk-free trial. If you don't like it, get a full refund, no questions asked. Douglas donates these mattresses to local charities. Every mattress order comes with a free comfort sleep bundle. I'm going to tell you what the website is now, and then I'm going to tell you what you get in addition. Douglas.ca/FlamesNation. Okay? So you're going to have to do that. If you just go to the end is key there. Douglas.ca/FlamesNation. Every mattress order comes with a free comfort sleep bundle, 2 memory foam pillows with pillow protectors, 1 luxurious cotton sheet set, and a mattress protector. That is a $650 value on top of the mattress. Yours for free when you order a Douglas mattress now at douglas.ca/FlamesNation. Douglas mattresses proudly made right here in Canada, in Calgary, ensuring the highest quality materials and the fastest delivery to you. I've got one. Love it. Pinder, you have one. Love it. Rich, we don't know where you live.
I have one. Haven't used it.
Yeah. But I'm going on a limb. I think you'll love it too. Douglas.ca/FlamesNation. The best mattress overall. Canadian living. Canada's best mattress.
Bam.
Making your life easy is what it's all about. Making it easy. We'll do some Betway bets.
Let's do it.
Pinder, you go ahead with yours. I've got a couple.
Fire away.
Here. Okay, so for Betway, get the Betway app. There you see it. Bet the responsible way with Betway. You get it on your phone, get it on your tablet, your whatever it is, whatever makes it easier for you. Bet the responsible way with Betway. Now, there are 11 games in the NHL tonight. Pinder, walk us through yours.
Just like a couple of road teams here because I got plus money. Tampa Bay at Boston here. We've seen a bit of the best and worst of Boston since the All-Star break. They're brutal against the Flames, awesome against Vancouver. I've got Tampa plus 135. I like that number. And then Carolina on the road at Dallas, even money. We'll take that on the Hurricanes, who I still think a couple 4 cup contenders we're looking at there on the slate tonight. I think so.
Sure. Plus 135 Tampa Bay, Carolina. Yeah. So here's what I'm also going with the big slate. I'm just going with a couple of picks here. Ottawa is at Columbus. I'm going in on Ottawa. Of course, we saw the whole with the Ridley Gregg thing the other night. They're feeling it. Ottawa minus 1.5 in Columbus.
Ooh.
Ottawa is actually 14-12-2 on the road. They're a good road team, considering they're near the bottom of their conference.
True.
And Columbus is just bad everywhere. So I'm going to go with Ottawa minus 1.5. That's paying a plus 110. St. Louis is in Toronto. Give me the Blues money line. Plus 175. They've won 7 of 8. They have actually 2 more wins than Toronto does. They have more road wins than Toronto has home wins.
Jeez.
They've won 5 straight on the road. We talk about St. Louis because they're in this mix in the West. Maybe not getting enough credit. Certainly
I think
from
they're
us,
good.
Maybe.
They've only seen them twice. They were really good against the Flames, but Flames also weren't that good in those games.
So I don't know. Are they cup contenders to like the tune of Boston, Carolina? I don't know. No. But taking on Toronto, who's in it right now. I don't know if you've seen this, but it's getting hot out there for living.
Morgan Riley's going to be suspended for a bit. Connor Timmins has mono. Marty Jones not practicing. He's hurt. Wool's back on the ice, but no timetable to return. Giordano returns tonight, but it's pretty thin in Toronto on a team that we keep waiting for them to bolster that defense and maybe the crease as well.
Saw I believe it was Damian Cox was tying into Treliving. The honeymoon's over. You know, what's Treliving done? These offseason, because Tyler Bertuzzi isn't living up to his end of the bargain and this and that. Treliving hasn't done anything since he gave away Sam Lafferty for free. What's this guy doing? Get off.
Sam Lafferty, eh?
Yeah. So between the goalie injury to Joseph Woll and then suspension, I'll tell you what, and you brought it up yesterday, this whole thing on Morgan Riley, I know he went after him, but it's sure taking up a lot of drive space for what it is.
If this was Arizona, Carolina, we'd be done with it. I'll tell you that. And we're not.
Man, they are really into it.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what happens when you think you should be winning the division and you're not, and then you're a wild card team when you should be a top 3 team, and you're who was it that threw out the Nylander stat last week? Was it Frank or earlier this week?
Yeah,
I didn't realize that he had gone penthouse to outhouse quite like that. Now maybe he's picked it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But he was on such a tear to start the season, and then just the bottom fell out as soon as he signed the contract.
Yeah, he's still a good player. That's just
sure.
Spell. Yeah.
But not helping the cause right now.
Looks poor on you.
Doesn't look great. Doesn't look great. So, yeah, I'll take St. Louis on a money line win tonight. Plus 175 for the Blues in Toronto.
Number.
Yeah, I think so. I don't mind it. So
Yeah, and so Riley's going to be gone, you'd think, sort of 4 to 7 games, somewhere in there. He got offered an in-person hearing, which means they can go 5 or more. It's a big snow day in New York, Rhett. They're expecting 6 inches of snow in
It's a mess.
Big Apple. So he's now been switched to a virtual meeting, not a in-person, because travel in New York's tough today. And so not only all the issues we mentioned, but yeah, Riley's going to be gone for a bit here. Not ideal. And you know what? I guess once we can be done with the media's storm around this, Ottawa Toronto's back, baby. That's the good news.
It is good news.
That rivalry used to be so good back when Rhett was in Buffalo. It was hot back then. You had Sundin, Alfredson, those whole crews going back and forth. You'd who was the big guy that's scrapping all the time in Ottawa? Gosh,
Chris Neal.
Yeah, you had Neal on one side, probably still even Domi at one point on the other. That was good stuff
because
there.
McGrattan and Domi used to.
Havlat, Hossa.
Sure.
On the one side, you had the Darcy Tuckers, and then you had the, what were they called? The Muskoka, Corson, and Gary Roberts, and all of that. No, those, Joe Neuendijk was there, right?
Saw Nui here last week. Did I tell you that?
No.
No, you didn't, Rhett.
Yep.
Did you line them up for the show? When are we getting them on? Tomorrow?
Son plays at Canisius, the college that the Shoveler went to.
Really?
Was that the game?
She's Hall of Fame there, right? Baseball? Softball?
She's Hall of Fame. I don't know which hall it is. I don't know if it was a sport, but yeah.
Come on now.
Education. She's very smart. Smart as a whip. That's what the saying is, isn't it?
Nope.
Oh. What is it?
Sharp as a whip.
That's close, though.
Yeah, bucket's close to the bottle too. Yeah.
Is it sharp as a smart as a whip? Sharp? Whips aren't sharp, are they? I guess they would be. I guess
I'm all hopped up on
smart either.
Whip 'em.
I don't know.
Jack, would you Google what? Jack, what are you doing today?
Wakey.
New Bedford, Mass. Still waiting. You know what? He's all messed up about Mitch Trubisky.
He is too. He sent me some
Mitch Trubisky's out.
This guy's an idiot. Why would he leave? But they're in on who now? Who are they chasing?
Justin Fields.
Oh, your boy,
They're
Dino.
the favorites. Minus 150.
So are they moving Fields? Is that the word now, Dino? You big
what's
Bears
going on
fan,
in
yeah?
Chi-Town? Besides Rusty Shanks and shootings.
I think they keep him. I think they keep Fields.
What picks do they have?
One. Was it 1 and 3?
It's your chance.
That
franchise quarterback.
Caleb Williams. There's a lot of guys that are just don't. Who was the latest talking head that came out this week and said no? Merrill Hodge, who's actually apparently Dave Hodge is his kid. Merrill. What were we just talking about before? Oh, Jack. So Jack was doing so. Oh, so I'm looking here. So sharp as attack.
Yeah.
Smart as a whip.
I think Rhett was right.
I think you might have been right, Rhett.
Yes.
I'm hopped up on something today too. It's not quite working.
Oh my God.
You want to take it back?
I'm taking it back.
Now you've just done it again. So every time we want to use one of these smart sayings, we got to go.
Hang on a second.
Is that right?
Smart as a
bucket.
Sharp as a
pudding.
It's
Truth.
Proof pudding.
Thunder and lightning.
Truth.
What?
Yeah. All right.
Well, I need a coffee, so.
Is that right?
Fancy. Coming up in okay. I was going to tee up Ask Rhett, but you're not here Thursday.
Oh, that's right. I should be here on Thursday. Just one sec. I'm going to press mute.
Should be here on Thursday. What's he talking about? For 2 weeks you've been telling him he's off on Thursday.
Ryan, sidebar.
Yeah.
They travel to different cities all the time.
I don't know how
It's
they do it.
Pittsburgh. It's Cleveland. It's Rochester. We're going to Minnesota.
Pittsburgh.
How don't they end up in the wrong city all the time? Like, how don't they?
I don't know.
The kids have to be running the show. Dad, why are you driving north? We're not going to Toronto this week. We're going to
You're right,
Alabama.
son. I'm just going to fuel up and we'll turn it around.
Oh, okay. Sidebar done. So anyway, at some point, Ask Rhett will be part of the program, and Ask Rhett is brought to you by Bonton Meats. We love Greg at Bonton. He does a lot for us on the show. He does a lot for people in the community. He's constantly giving back, and it's one of those things you don't hear anything about it, not a peep, but it's, oh, this was taken care of with Bonton, and Bonton did this, and Greg did that. We're very lucky to be aligned with Greg and have been for a long time. The original Bonton Meat Market opened in 1921. They treat people great. They have the best quality meat. Everything that they do, Greg won't have it, is what it comes down to. If it isn't the best, he's not going to be associated with it, which is not uppity. It's just that's what he believes in. We're doing it. This is the level we're at. This is how we've gotten to where we're at, is by people trust it and know when they walk through the doors what they're getting, and they're not going to get anything less than that. 28 Crowfoot Circle Northwest, voted Calgary Consumer Choice Award winner for Best Deli Meat Market. It just goes without saying. It's Bonton Meats. And Ask Rhett coming up
sometime.
There's something going on here. I'm getting sewered. Get some weird emails.
How weird?
Well, it says I've got a travel document for me and my son for the 23rd of August, 2024, going to Seattle. Click here to see your itinerary.
That's phishing. Don't do that.
Don't click that button.
No.
You sure?
He hasn't been drafted by the Thunderbirds yet, has he?
Not yet, but
Rhett, can you tell us the story about when you were at your old house, the one along the river there, when the police came to your door with something that belonged to you, an envelope?
Oh, my check.
Can you walk us through how that went?
CTE, Dean. CTE.
CTE ESPN.
Ding dong. Hi, are you Rhett Warner? Why, yes, I am.
What did I do now?
What is the problem?
Yes.
We found this letter. We believe it belongs to you. Was it your tax return or something?
Yes, it was my
a significant amount of money.
How significant? A couple $100?
Oh,
maybe a little more than that.
A couple thousand?
Maybe.
Tens of thousands? Hundreds of thousands.
No, again, it's all relative, because when you're making, right?
I paid a lot of taxes.
Sometimes you get a lot of. Oh, is that?
Well, I wondered where that went.
Oh, thank you. I was looking,
blowing around
wondering.
on the ground. Is it called Windsor Park down by the Dome? It was the cop shop down there.
Jeez.
Are you Rhett Warren? Is this yours? Oh, thanks, guys. It's awful good of you.
See, the fellas will take care of you.
That's right. The boys in blue out there looking after you. So when are we doing Ask Rhett? You're going to Seattle in 2020 later this year, but what are you doing Thursday?
I leave here at 11. I land in Chicago at noon.
This is Thursday you're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Thursday.
I thought you were going to Minneapolis. Are you connecting through?
Yeah, he's got to go through O'Hare, which means he's not going to Minneapolis.
So,
you're not going to Minneapolis.
You're screwed.
You're going to Milwaukee, renting a car.
Yeah. Anyway, so I should have an hour there to.
Okay.
I'll call in.
Perfect.
What's good is there's no bad weather out your way.
No, none.
It's
6 inches of snow.
East.
I was watching Good Morning Football today. They're all doing it from home because of how bad the storm and snow is
bad
going to
out
be.
there.
I guess it's that bad. Yeah.
Wow.
When they're forced to their homes, it's yeah.
You love that show. That's a good show.
I throw it on. I like Kyle Brandt. Peter Schrager.
Schrager's been drilling these Super Bowl predictions. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a smart show. It's a good show. I like it. The thing I like about it, and then I feel bad about our show, is there's clearly a lot of preparation and thought put into it. They have segments that they do each week. They have video to accompany those things. They have they have fun doing it. They seem to enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, it's way off here.
Way off.
Well, aren't they lucky?
That'll do it.
That'll it.
If I could get an email, I'd put some video to my segments too.
Which segments are those, Rhett, that you do?
I don't know.
Yeah. You can get some video for those for sure.
Jesus, look, I mean, whoa, Jerry. Jeez, all caps.
Holy, Jerry.
You're being hard on yourself. We do have a lot of weekly segments.
Jerry. Sheesh. Damn. Anyway, that'll do it. We'll
We're done? Did we do everything?
Got lots done.
We got a lot done.
We did everything except what's on the menu because Dean went to a game that happened last night in the NHL.
No, you know what? There's nothing to break down from that game last night. Really, they didn't score a goal. The goalie was great. Pelche got hurt. What else do you say?
So, if I may, real quick here, Frank has reported that the Flames went to Markstrom to ask for him to waive. That's how far this went down the road with New Jersey. And not that Markstrom said no, but that the trade might have fallen apart at that point. That's kind of a new layer to the reporting we heard from Elliott on Saturday. That's making its rounds this morning on the interwebs. I saw some people in the comments talking about it as well.
Well, let's be honest. They called Wolf out to Newark, right?
Mm-hmm.
As all this was happening, right? I'm sure there's something that Dan Vladar is dealing with. You don't just jettison your goalie out on a commercial flight. So yeah, I believe something was up for sure. It was probably something that this may happen. And if it happens, it could happen in a hurry. We better get Wolf out here. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not conspiracy, and I'm just.
There's too much weird stuff there.
Vladar worked the gate the night before. He was backing up the next morning.
Oh, he's hurt.
It's on the IR. Well, again, I'm nothing untoward, but yeah, I believe all that to be true for sure. The guy's playing the lights out. And we've talked about it. You would hate to be without him because he gives you a chance, but even with him playing this well, you're still where you're at, and it might suck for guys in that room, but it's bad. It's not about this year. It's not about Kadri's feelings. It's about where are you going to be in 3 years from now. Greg Conroy was hired to make this team the best it can be, to win a championship. And we've talked, there's too often there's been, well, I don't know. Do you go to the captain and ask him to move his no trade? I don't know. Giordano's done a lot for this franchise.
That made no sense.
Then you flip it and you think, does Bill Belichick have any loyalty to anybody other than the team on the helmet?
Or the trophy? What's it called?
Or the trophy? Like I can't believe Wes Welker's great. Yeah, he's gone.
See ya.
That's just been their thing. No one's bigger than anything. And not to say that it's that cutthroat or anything, but
well, and look, it's not like you're throwing Markstrom into a spot he's not going to be happy with. This is a guy that's, as we noted, like mid-30s. He might not be at a level where he gets a multi-year deal coming out of this. This is your last chance to hang a banner. And frankly, playing the way he is, going to a team in a playoff spot,
it's his last chance to hang a banner himself to get some jewelry. Yeah,
yes.
These guys are professionals. They're adults. Like you said, Markstrom's 34. You're not going to hurt anybody's feelings. But yeah, it would suck if you signed a long-term deal in Calgary and now it's a fire sale. And to that end too, people, can you trade with Vancouver? And I know this one's different because Markstrom's got a couple years left. If I'm Conroy, I will. What's the best offer on the table? I don't even care. What team is it? I don't care. If this is the best player and collection of picks, and that's the deal we're doing. But what if you give Edmonton a cup? What if Edmonton gives you a star or two for the next 10, 12 years? That's the other side of it. I don't know.
There's a bunch of teams that need a goalie, and your goalie's been unbelievable. These types of circumstances don't arise often.
Because imagine if you're a team, let's say it's New Jersey, and you send a couple scouts to watch that game last night. Call me after the game. I want an update. I'm good. I'm on a plane. I'm not going to be able to watch the game. I'm the GM. I'm the president of the Devils, Tom Fitzgerald. Okay, I've just landed. Give me a call. How was Markstrom tonight?
Best player on the ice.
Holy shit. Can we get him?
Still available?
Right?
The offer.
So you're saying he's potentially available. Move heaven and earth. I know we have Nico Dawes, but I think this guy's an upgrade. Just a hunch. And we got a whole bunch of kids already in the lineup. We've been drafting in the top 2, top 5, number 1 for years upon years. Give up some picks and do it. If we can do it, do it. So, anyway. And if you didn't have Wolf in the wings, it becomes harder. And yes, you'd like to have, you used a good word earlier about a mentor kind of tutelage. That's what it was. Tutelage, to offer tutelage to the young man. You can find some guys that are good humans that know the position that can offer tutelage.
Frank said it. There's like 25 to 30 free agent goalies this summer. One of them is going to be an old goat that can show them where the entrance is at all the new rinks.
Think about all those years. Not to say Treliving, because Treliving left and he did this sort of when your UFA was, we've got I'm just trying to think of some random fourth liner whose contract was up at the end of the year. What have we got for UFAs this year? What can we stock the cupboard with some draft picks and prospects? Well, we have Warren Peters. His deal's up at the end of the season.
Peters, that's right.
Kevin Westgarth's deal is
Curtis
up.
Lazar.
Tom Kostopoulos. Tom Kostopoulos deals up.
Dennis Weidman can't skate anymore, but he's got Glass up at the end of the year.
Tanner Glass is up at the end of the year. Hey, it's Craig Conroy. We're shopping Tanner Glass. Any interest? Hello.
Hello. Hello,
testing.
still there,
Check
Bill?
1, 2.
Hello.
And now it's Lindholm and potentially Markstrom and Tanev and Hannafin.
Not crazy to think they could have 4 first-rounders this year. That's nuts.
To the point you'd almost rather have a first rounder that was already selected.
All right, so I need to solve more problems now, but it's getting late in the day. So for doing all this, Markstrom's gone, Hannafin's gone, Tanev's gone, now Kadri's got the pout on. Fine, we're going to eat some money on his deal because we're going to add more, or no?
You could try. I think that's a way harder deal than any other one you got done, though. So that term's just intimidating.
I'm not talking about hard. Life is hard, Pinder. Life is hard, in case you haven't noticed. You got to make
I like where your head's at. You try to do it. I just think that's a much harder deal. Like Markstrom's playing unbelievably right now, and that apparently is a hard deal to get done. 5 more years of a guy that's already in his mid-30s. I don't know who's signing up for that.
He does have 5 more years at
5.
7. So even if
5,
even at 4 million.
But we just signed Backlund, and I think Kadri's better than
but Backlund. 2-year deal at half the money. Like it's not.
Yeah, but I'm talking. He's 2 years younger.
Right. So you know what he looks like as a 35-year-old. You don't know what Naz is going to look like at 35 yet. I'm not saying he won't be a good player at the end of this thing. I'm just saying a team that adds that contract, even if it's only at half the money, is adding a lot of risk. And there are options they can find that are less risky. You can go get yourself a Boone Jenner instead. Not worry about the wheels falling off.
What about?
Not the same player, though.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you really needed a second to third line center for the next 5 years,
Stanley Cup champ.
There's better options. Not as old.
You suck, Pinder.
No, and you know what? It's in the middle somewhere there.
Yeah,
I don't
try.
Kadri has 16 goals. He had 24 last year. He had 28 in Colorado, not playing power play. It's not Boone Jenner. This is a guy who brings a little bit to the, obviously, right? We've been impressed. He's had a very good year.
Yes.
But yeah, it's
the term. It's not anything else. It's the term.
I'd this year and next year, boy, if you got to maybe, okay, that third year is going to be hard. This is 5.
It's 5.
Can you throw in a second?
I don't want to do that again. I don't want to be giving up assets to get rid of assets.
For what, right? Like, if it's a deal where you're giving away assets, not getting them, it's like, why don't you just let them struggle for the end of this deal? It's not like you're in a cap pinch anytime soon.
All right, fine.
The only, but I mean, to your point, if he's going to be an issue in the room, if that's going to switch, if that's really going to start being an issue, then you got to seriously look at something.
There has to be. I'm sorry, we're beating a dead horse a little bit when it's getting late, but there's too many of those guys. Isn't there? Like, how many of those guys can buy into you're going to be the leader? And yeah, we might not be in win now mode, but we're going to rely on you, and we're going to take care of you. And like Coleman, Backlund, Huberdeau, Kadri, like, yeah, you can have a few. Like Chicago went out and got Foligno and Perry to give the young guys some guys to learn from. I agree with that, but you can't have too many of them, can you?
They've got like 4 old guys, right? It's Uyghur, Backlund, Huberdeau,
Isn't
and
that
Kadri.
crazy too? Uyghur's old. Like,
well, just because he's got 7 years left. That's what I mean. This is year 1 of an 8-year deal. So you're committing into your mid-30s on 4 guys.
Gotcha. Sorry. I thought you meant his age already was old, but
No, he's 30. I think that sometimes you can get too focused on definitives when it comes to what the world's going to be in 3 and 4 years from now. 3 years ago, 4 years ago, if I told you that Gaudreau, Tkachuk, Bennett, Monahan, all gone,
Gio,
you'd be like, did they revoke the franchise? What the hell happened? How is this possible?
Yeah.
Did the Saddle Dome burn to the ground? As if all those guys are gone, but they're gone. So yes, I just don't think in 3 to 4 years from now, and you can save this clip, I guess, I don't think that Kadri and Huberdeau and Uyghur and Backlund are all going to be Flames at that point.
I just don't know how
deal will be up.
How do you make an easier deal down the road with these guys? Like if it's, well, you're not even going to get their best years then.
You might not. You might run into injuries. You can LTIR them. The cap might be growing so much that you could eat some and hide them. But yeah, you're kind of right. Like they're not going to get better as they approach 40. I'm with you there. With Huberdeau, obviously, there's a little gleam of light since the calendar turned to 2024.
Yeah.
But Kadri's been really good this year, and that's
I'm not even questioning whether or not Kadri's. I took my runs at him last year when he deserved it, but he's been good and he
really good,
right? Like you're trying to project the future, I guess.
I just think that's why this becomes more important to do now. You could argue is because you have those guys. Because there are some very good teams. You could say there's probably some elite teams out there, and I'm just thinking off the top of my head, and I won't be able to pull an example, but I'm guessing there's probably some teams out there that feel they're a cup contender but have some onerous contracts. But they have other guys who are young, star caliber players that might be making money, but they're making it work. We have to have some guys on a bit of a value because these guys are making too much, and this guy's
Edmonton's
on the back
paying
end,
much,
but these
guys
guys are coming into their own. That's the Conroy thing is to find a way to, we can't be too young, but we can't be too old. But if we're going to have that, then we're going to have to be better. And how do you get better? It's by drafting some young potential stars, which it comes back to the Markstrom thing. What will the team look like without him? Yeah, it's probably not going to be pretty, but it's not about this year's team.
And
it's about when Kadri and those guys have more miles on and they're 2 years older and all of that. Who's driving the bus then? Because it won't be them. It can't be them.
Yeah. They're only 2 real NHL centers right now are Backlund and Kadri. That's a little bit scary. You need to get into the top of the draft and get some D and some centermen and make it a top 10 pick next year so that one doesn't go to Montreal. Please go. Do it.
Look at that. Little bonus at the end of the show. And you guys were saying we don't do segments, we don't do stuff. Look at that.
You said that.
What?
Sorry.
Okay. Tomorrow, Wednesday, noodles.
We should try to talk about something else.
What can we talk about with Jamie? Like,
Well, the Leafs. He's a big Leafs Ottawa
no,
guy.
I can't.
I'm sure he'll want to dig.
He'll really want to talk about that.
You know what's funny is we haven't even talked about that on the show, and it feels like we've talked too much about it because it's just everywhere you look.
I didn't even know it happened. I had to Google it when Frank brought it up.
You were not in Canada.
man.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's because you're not here.
Nonstop on every sports station.
I've been doing this for a long time, and I get that in your market, when something happens to your guy, you're going to focus on it more.
Mhm.
And you talked about it yesterday with Rosie because you were listening to him and Alberga do the Leafs show.
Yeah.
But even yesterday, when did this happen? Saturday?
Hockey Night in Canada.
Holy So I was watching Bourne and Kyprios.
Mhm.
You could have sworn they were thinking about canceling the rest of the season. It was not that.
That team is like they're only going to get measured by their spring.
It
And
was
everyone's
not
losing
that
their shit over the
crazy.
regular season.
Right? It was not that crazy a hit. No one got hurt. Ridley's still skating. It's not like I grabbed the clip. If you want to watch Dale Hunter knock out Pierre Turgeon, I mean, that's violence. He rubbed him out along the glass. Goodness gracious.
Stick gets up on the shoulder, up into the head. He's fine.
Well, and you know what else? And before we go, I had this today. Now, because you were talking about Greta later this year, Shohei Ohtani, the whole thing.
That's right, Toronto.
The near Leaf, the near Blue Jay, Shohei Ohtani. Now, he didn't sign with Toronto, right?
Sure didn't. No, just to the Dodgers where we all thought.
But he was on the plane to Toronto.
No, we thought there might have been a plane that could have had a Shohei. It just had some douche from like Shark Tank. Very disappointing turn of events.
But yesterday, the Blue Jays did unveil their latest huge addition to the ball club. I don't know if you saw it, Ryan. I know you were sleeping, you were sick.
Jeez, I've been in a coma all day. What's up?
So the Dodgers get Shohei Ohtani. Take a look here. It was trotted out yesterday for the Blue Jays.
It's got to be big.
This is big. They are getting cup holders on the seats.
Shit, yeah.
So look at here. You have your drink, and then you can put it in the seat back in front of you. There it is.
Welcome to the team,
Well
cup
done,
holder.
Blue Jays.
Yeah.
That's massive.
Who's going to hit home runs, cup holder or Varsho? Let's go.
I would say that's poor idea by the Blue Jays because way less drinks are getting spilled. Hence, way less drinks are being purchased.
Or they should just have a row of drink holders. Have about 4 or 5 of them across the back. Big day for the Jays.
I like it, but
yeah,
it's better
Do
for
those
me,
rounds.
not as good for their bottom line. Good stuff.
How do we feel?
Reassured.
Do we feel better about the show now?
I feel
We
reassured.
we ramped it up there at the end.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good show. I still think the Blue Jays needed a bat. They didn't get a bat. They got a fucking cup holder.
They'll get one.
They'll get one, buddy. Although that cup holder budget, it's really going to cut in.
They get a deal on that? Were those back ordered? The
Oh,
Suez
yeah.
Canal, were they on that boat that were stuck in the
Yeah,
canal
maybe.
there?
Could
You
we
get
do we have the receipt? Can we take
get
that
a-
back and get a Bellinger? Just
get a-
take the cup holders back for the Bellinger. Get a
Are
Bellinger.
they Douglas Matt? Do you get 365 days?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I don't know if that's
365 night refund policy. What do we got?
Douglas Mattress is not they're not involved in that.
Oh, okay.
No, I know,
Industry
but I'm
leading.
saying.
Not everybody can do what Douglas does, obviously, clearly. So tomorrow we'll talk to Jamie McLennan and not get ready for a game day because it's an extra day there. And then, boy, the San Jose Sharks.
Man, are
It's
you
a no
going?
win right there.
You guys going?
Oh, yeah.
We went last year. Remember that,
I
right?
haven't missed the game yet. So
That's right. We did have to go. Oh God.
that was for kids.
Dustin Wolf,
you
he was the
recall.
kid. It was his first ever game.
3 kid games in a row coming up. Thursday against San Jose. Bring your kids to work day. And then 2 afternoon games in Calgary. That's odd. They never have afternoon games. Family day.
Detroit early and then the holiday day game. Yeah, the holidays is the usual 2 p.m.er, but
Yeah.
to run a Saturday 2 p.m. before the Monday 2 p.m., odd.
Against Detroit. Sharks, Wings, Jets, Bruins.
Keeps getting
Return
harder.
of Sean Monahan. I'm obviously very excited.
Hey kids, no slap shots by my RV.
Think of the sponsorship and the dollars he'll be pulling in Winnipeg.
Oh,
all those
huge.
endorsement deals.
Yes.
Get your Blue Bombers season tickets now.
Goodbye.
See ya, buddies.